the fucking button. I did it.
Yay!
We're live, and I said fuck right away.
Good, good. We don't have advertisers on this stream.
That's true.
We can say whatever we want.
I don't think we're advertising. If we're running ads, I'm not doing it on purpose.
PP.
Oh, I didn't change the name of the stream, so it has the same name as the previous stream. Well, I hope that's okay, because it's too late to fix it now. Take that, everyone.
Alright, let me get this. Okay, I got the link.
Can I change it now? I'm gonna hit the edit button.
Playing on this end.
I don't know. I was gonna just tack part 2 onto the end of the stream title, but I forgot that, as a hilarious joke, I made the title too long for the box in the first place. Hey there, the Bostvender and the Hollander. How are you? As you might be able to tell from the sound of my voice, I am bad. But it's alright. Amabel's leading the stream today. She's
okay, yeah, this is batteries not included. Let's try that.
Okay, hold on just a damn second here. Are we doing the framed? Are you good on all your other?
I need to change for Blue Sky. I need to change the text slightly.
Okay.
So it fits. Okay. All right.
You think this is
here.
batteries not included?
It might not be.
It's been a minute since I've seen batteries not included. I don't remember any of that happening in a place where someone might have a yard. That's like an inner city movie, right?
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen batteries not included, but this looks like a film from the 80s.
It's like a charming. I remember liking it a lot.
Cocoon. Another
Okay,
old person.
I've responded. Cocoon. You're just guessing old movies. How does one spell cocoon? Well, it turns out it's not that.
All right, let's try Cocaine Bear.
All right, let's see if it's Cocaine Bear.
Not. Oh.
Hello, everyone.
This is a shot.
This is a shot. Beaded
Very
seat
head-on
cover.
kind of shot.
5 people in the car with a beaded seat cover.
Yeah,
Anything? I agree with you that it's old people stuff.
I don't. National Lampoon's Vacation.
All right.
I'm trying to lead the stream.
Christmas Vacation's the only one we got. Well, that's a Stanley Tucci.
Okay.
Look at how young that Stanley Tucci is.
Yeah. Let's just skip because I actually don't know many Stanley Tucci movies.
You see the message in the chat about you?
No. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. I am delighted at the battles in Total War Warhammer. Yeah, I don't know what this
I bet the combination of that's Parker Posey, right?
Probably.
I bet the combination
Only
of Parker
Parker
Posey and Stanley Tucci marks this as a particular movie. I bet they've only been in one movie together, but I have no idea what it is.
I only know one Parker Posey movie, and that's Henry Fool, which this isn't it. But
I was going to see if it was Waiting for Guffman. I see Parker Posey, I go to Christopher Guest, right?
Best in Show?
No, this ain't Best in Show.
I don't know what it is.
This is too old. It would have to be. It would have to be Guffman. Here's the problem. I just haven't seen this fucking movie.
No, I haven't either.
Here's Liv Schreiber at the age of 12. This is the money shot. Here's our protagonist, I assume. It turns out it was the Day Trippers.
I've never heard of that.
Literally never heard of it. Yeah.
All right, let's do the next one.
Good start. We're crushing it. We're crushing it today. We showed up to win.
Well, that's spooky. Is this Pirates of the Caribbean?
What's up, kids? Welcome to the pre-stream. We're all here just kind of like chilling out, letting people file in. We have one Pirates movie. You want to say Dead Man's Chest?
Let's try that one, yeah.
All right. You're not correct.
No, it's kind of dungeony.
It's more Tomb Raider-y.
Okay, I haven't seen any Tomb Raider ones. So
It is
do you
a
want to?
person.
I can't really make them out. Do you want to do a Tomb Raider?
No.
Is it Bridesmaids?
Is it Bridesmaids?
I mean, they came up when you put in Tomb Raider.
You
so
know, I'm going to
try that
suggest
out.
to you that it is not, having seen it.
Oh, is this? I mean, is that Elfish?
Maybe.
Do you want to try Fellowship of the Ring? Maybe.
You think? Okay. I was going to say I don't think so. This would be more of a Hobbit kind of thing, right?
Okay, well, try a Hobbit Unexpected Journey, maybe. Okay, this is How to Train Your Dragon.
Movie I've never seen before.
It kind of sucks. People love it, but it actually is bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know why there are 8 of them and a 2 cartoon series and now a live action remake. I don't understand.
Yeah. This was kind of my impression. Okay.
Okay. Well, this is Is it a Halloween? No.
It's not. There were pumpkins and a lady who looked like she might be dead. I just went.
That's a unusual cake.
It is. I can tell you right now, I've not seen whatever this movie is. I would remember this.
Is this a scary movie?
No.
Just these are 2 comedic shots. It feels like.
I don't know if that last shot was comedic. But Scary Movie looks like it was made on modern, cheap garbage equipment. This has the vibe of being something from the 80s to me.
The only kind of funny one I know is like April Fool's Day, but this isn't it. Or Saturday the 13th, but Saturday the 14th, but Saturday Night Fever. Definitely Saturday Night Fever. That's John Travolta in that shot.
Jeez, he's getting ready to go out.
Yeah.
Here's some ladies buying a lot of Twinkies, like a very large amount of Twinkies.
I should know these 2 actors too, but I don't. Skip. I'm trying to keep it moving along.
Okay.
Oh, that's a Julia Roberts.
That is a Julia Roberts.
This isn't Mystic Pizza, is it?
Seems like it could be. And yet.
I don't remember any other like early.
I love how
Julia
you can
Roberts
put in
ones.
Mystic Pizza and it can be like, do you mean Basic Instinct?
Let's try Magic Mike. Is this Magic
Oh yeah, it might be Magic Mike.
Okay, well that's. I don't know. Oh, it's a Steel Magnolias.
Okay, let's try that. That is in the thing. You got it, Amabel. All right.
Yay!
So 2 total failures and one that was one that was grabbed on the 6th or the 5th image.
All right, let's do like.
Welcome to
1
the
or 2
pre-stream,
more.
everybody. We're settling in here, letting people have a chance to get in before we head off to Hypnospace for a huge victory. How do I sound, Amabel? Is it obvious that I'm bad?
It sounds like you have. It's obvious that you're down bad for me. This is what happens. You put me in charge of this stream. We work blue.
Is that blue?
It does sound like you have having some trouble.
I'm having some severe allergy problems, it turns out. So Amabel's leading the stream today.
All right, I don't. This
The
is a
Whammer.
Some kind of baseball movie. The thing is, I don't.
It's a movie
watch
about
those.
editorial cartoons.
All right, can we
What's it say on here? Max wavy? Maximally wavy.
yeah, let's skip.
You're not even gonna take a swing.
Is this Field of Dreams? So I've never actually seen.
It's not.
No, is it The Natural?
I was about to say The Natural.
I also haven't seen.
I was gonna say The Natural on that last one, which means that I got it more than you got it. I just want that to be clear to everybody.
Makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Two more.
Let's
Two
do
more.
like one more. Two more. Okay.
All right. Well, here we have a bunch of people at the pool. What do you think, Amabel? Use the film grain to identify the year and the camera.
See, I'm having trouble with that actually, and like, can you try Boogie Nights? I don't think it's Boogie Nights, but like it's the
Boogie
first
Nights
movie I think
either.
of with like a pool. I think the aspect ratio is a little off though.
I think this thing where you love to say a thing that you think is wrong is, forgive me, a really dumb strategy.
It worked for Steel Magnolias.
It didn't. You got it right.
Got it.
You got it right when you guessed something that you thought might be right. It was Last King of Scotland, dumbass.
Okay, well, I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Hartford? Yeah, well, what's a movie that takes place at Hartford?
Okay. Very distinctive lighting too. That's really. This has a vibe. This has a look. But I'm gonna say skip until we get another frame in there.
Is that Joan Cusack? Is that what we're getting?
B.
What do you think?
I don't know what.
Now I think it's an episode of Mad Men.
Oh, is she in that?
No.
It does have a kind of a very specific feel, yeah. But I don't know many films set in Hartford, Connecticut, unfortunately. So I'm going to say another skip.
What about this? What about somebody going to see Miracle in the Rain?
And Three Faces of Eve. Gosh.
This is absolutely your kind of shit. I'm gonna let you.
It should be, yeah, but I'm just drawing a blank, so I'm gonna say skip again.
Well, how about that? I believe that might be Viola Davis.
Yeah, but I still don't know the film that this is. Is that Julianne Moore?
It is. And,
yeah, I have no idea what this is.
And what's his face with the Quaid? Yeah, well, you're letting everybody down.
Oh, that Todd Haynes movie. Oh, I don't remember the name of it, but it's that Todd Haynes movie that's like a Douglas Sirk movie.
All right, well, I can't type that in.
Yeah, I know. Oh gosh, I don't know the title of it, but I know what movie it is. This is unfortunate. But like it's like a Douglas Sirk melodrama that Todd Haynes shot with Julianne Moore, with like an interracial romance and like the 50s being bad, and gosh, I don't know the name of it, so I guess just skip.
What do you mean skip? We're on the last image.
Okay, well, I don't know the title. I know the film it is. I know approximately when it came out. I don't know the title.
When did it come out?
It came out in like in the 2000s. That probably is. How did you know that?
No, I looked it up.
Okay, we're allowed to do that? What?
No, we're not, but you failed. All right,
fail. Here
we go into the real stream with this energy.
All right,
Whoosh.
you pull up the relax you talk about the relax movement while I
Oh
get
yeah, well, I
started
forgot
here.
forgot to do that thing. Let's unwhoosh. I'm gonna de-whoosh us. Hey everybody, pre-stream music and probably post-stream music provided by our friends over at the Relax Movement. It looks like this is what they're doing. My nose is doing this thing,
Yep.
so I would need you to get in charge so that I can mute my microphone and give myself surgery.
I am in charge.
You are in charge.
This is what I even said it on the promotional skeet. I'm starting it up. Hang on, let me
All right, it is time today for more Hypnospace Outlaw. The conclusion, one assumes.
yeah. Right, do you got it?
Camera's off. Amabel, turn your
let me
camera
turn
off.
All right, let me turn off my camera.
I turned off my camera, and then when I did the pop out, it turned it back on. And I am not blaming myself for that. I don't think the viewers saw that because I'm not in capture mode yet.
What is this? Go away. I need
And then kabam! Now the viewers can see. Hooray!
another dead pet.
We're all here. You've killed another pet, and I am going to go AFK for a second.
Yep. Okay. So what I've done since the last time we did this, since the previous wait, where is my since the previous stream, is I looked at. Let me put this down. Hang on. Where is Explorer? So I looked at the previous episode because, like, what am I missing here? And I did notice that on the list for the guy. How do I find the guy again? Hang on. Is it in here? Bullring. Yeah. Roddy. There was I didn't look at all the files, and the one file got me the accelerator. Got me some information. So I am going back into his list to start with. Which is 00021D. 0021D.
Great news, everyone. I'm back after having sawed my own face off.
All right, so I got the accelerator.
Uh-huh.
I got the test pet. I got the tutorial things. But what is this?
Downloading 3 Wi-Fi.
I don't know. Why don't you download a 5th and then 6th copy of it?
But maybe I should actually open it. All right, so that's what I'm gonna.
Well, that's a SAM file, bitch.
How do I undo the SAM files again? There's one there that's open.
You gotta feed him to a pet, which you will then allow to die due to your innate cruelties.
No. I gotta kill another. Okay.
You don't have to kill him. You choose to kill them. Because we all know how you are.
I forgot that's the purpose of the pet.
The purpose of the pet is to brighten your day and make you smile.
Did you poop already?
And to shit all over your desktop, apparently. Imagine a being. It comes into existence. And then it shits. The very first instant. Frame 1.
Where did I put? It's an alphabetical order. Okay. I forgot the name of the file. Okay, there we go. Eat this. You did not eat it. Hang on. Eat.
Okay, you have installed the all-seeing eye. Probably not a mistake. You've been blessed with second sight.
Oh,
Wow,
okay. I don't like what that.
that's pretty cool.
Okay. Oh, that's.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay. Well, I don't know what that does, but I thought that would be a place to start.
Robin Bendis says, Amabel is not required to kill, but she often does kill, like my cat. It's true. Cats are creatures that they derive a tremendous pleasure from violence. Also, scritches. I can tell you from experience that that's a very Amabel.
I don't want. Right. That's that guy. Okay. Where?
Where
Let's
what?
go to home. Let's go to home and.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
There was a place we were before, but it was. God, I've got this music. I forget the music every time. There's a place we were before that was the SAI Freeland. Okay.
I think what you're looking for is Granny Cream's hot butter ice cream.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
there it is.
That was not. That's not it. Okay. Granny Cream is.
Yeah.
That's really. That's a very specific thing that some people are into, and good for them. Excuse me. Okay, how did I get to the SAI Freeland?
Back.
Thanks, hippie. What, hold on. What are you doing? Okay, you're just like pressing buttons
I'm
at
seeing
random
how
here.
far back I can go.
Okay, there was a button for the.
Button for what? What did I miss?
You look at the SAI thing. You're like, well, it wouldn't be there.
What are you talking about?
I mean, you looked right at the button for entering the SAI area. That's what it seemed to me to be why you had the idea to.
I had the button to enter the SAI area.
Yeah,
Where?
right there. No, not. Annabelle, I cannot tell if you are doing a bit or not.
I'm not doing a bit.
Do you believe that the word observer starts with an S, an A, or an I?
Oh, okay. I see. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I do not believe that you are sorry.
Okay.
Oh, when are you?
Oh, am I in the wrong time? Yeah, hang on. Where is my...
Jesus. Amabel. What is wrong with you?
Little your cursor for faster page loading. Okay. Come visit and explore the Freelands. Okay. Ready to shave.
Cornflakes in the chat says, please do not say Granny Cream. Robin asks, does Amabel invite you to scratch her belly and then bite you when you do? I am the one who does most of the biting, if I'm going to be honest. Our relationship is pretty bite heavy relative to a lot of relationships, I think. But I do most of the biting.
Not. I mean, I think as far as trans relationships go, it's actually lower on the biting. As far as T for T goes, I think.
Yeah, but most people will never have the joy.
Downloading Axtrial 2.
Oh, I got that already. Okay.
There wasn't all this stuff just to try to get Accelerator, which you already have?
Yeah. It just.
Yes, T for T does stand for teeth for teeth.
That's pretty good. Okay, yeah, no, because I'm trying to find the net settler.
You're trying to find the net settler?
The thing that stabilizes the net settler.
Yeah, Hypnocure.
Hypnocure, right.
Hypnocure Pro.
Well, Kevin, you need to work on this.
I'ma dance, dance, dance to the beat. Gonna stand on my head, gonna dance with my feet. Let's dance, dance, Wonderland. It's the best of time with the best of friends. I'm Kevin J, and I'm here to say I'm dancing till the very next day. Got dogs and buds and friends surrounded. Gonna rock.
How dare you cut that off? That was brilliant.
Important message received from _Demira.
Okay, well let me see what my message. Oh yeah. Okay, Kev J is the hottest flip flopper today. Fans pages are gonna eat that up.
Yeah, they're really interesting and historically valuable recordings that you just cut off because you hate art.
I'ma dance, dance, dance to the beat. Gonna stand on my head, gonna dance with my feet. Let's dance, dance, Wonderland. It's the best of time with the best of friends. I'm Kevin J, and I'm here to say I'm dancing till the very next day. Got dogs and buds and friends surrounded. Gonna rock this house, gonna pound this floor in. I'm Gurky G, and I'm 4'3". People say I'm short, but that don't stop me. Gonna hop on this table, gonna moose around. Gonna drink this punch. This punch gonna make this sound. Ha-ha! I'm Rosalita, and it's nice to meet ya. Let me tell you about my very best speech. Master flip flopper, drop the mic on ya. Gonna bring the jam, yo, let me warn ya. I'm 03, and you can't stop me. Dancing with my friends, getting super happy. We've been going for a minute, not gonna slow down. Come on, we gonna ride the flow now. We dance, dance, dance to the beat. Gonna stand on our heads, gonna dance with our feet. Let's dance, dance, Wonderland. It's the best of time with the best of friends.
So is he's pretending to be the whole crew?
Yeah. Kevin, the freelance only work because people play by the rules. You're fragrant. You're fragrant disregard.
I mean,
disregard
his beats do stink. I will say that.
for the way we do things around here leaves me no choice to shut you down. Shape up and maybe you can come back.
Fucking Kevin.
Fucking
Who does he
Kevin.
think he is?
This is when everything is ruined.
Amabel, you've destroyed everything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just...
Whoa there,
Not
buddy.
enough
Way
big.
too many flags.
What is this, a flag farm? Hey, Roddy, nothing big, but I think you should put the accelerator program somewhere hard to access. Are you sure your boss would be okay with it? We don't need trouble right from the get-go. Oh, okay, so... That... If we had come here at an earlier thing, we would have been able to... Wouldn't have been, as hidden.
Oh, Spider-Man says, congratulations on the nice sit up and shut down review of City of Six Moons, Amabel. It's true.
Thank you.
Sit up and shut down did review City of Six Moons. The video is, I thought it was really lovely. Tom had a lot of really nice things to say. It's rad. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. That's where we're going. Shut up and sit down. What did I say? Did I say it right? I don't know.
I think you said it right.
My head is full of histamines, so.
Gotta anti those histamines.
Listen, I have jammed as many drugs into my body as I think it can handle.
Yeah. If you're new, please talk to Gil about what is allowed here before developing your plot. We're all about freedom, but there's no freedom without order. I hate Gil so much.
Here's a link that I think goes to the thing. you know, for later, or watch it and you come, you know, just
The tree
that's for
heart
later.
is cute, honey, but I'm gonna have to remove it. Sorry, babe. I hope she left him.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, I think we all do. So you're trying to find your
Find it. I
HypnoCure
don't
Pro.
know.
You're trying to find a way to get HypnoCure Pro.
I mean, I need money.
It's
but
a lot of
right
Hypno
now-
coins.
Yeah.
So
but right
this
now
is
I'm
so
just
this is the
kinda-
thing. This is where we were kind of stuck a little bit.
Yeah.
You were clearly having trouble last time. So I did go look this up. I know of 2 ways. I did not look up a way to get money, but I do know of 2
Okay.
ways to get HypnoCure Pro without having to spend a lot of money.
You ate my watermelon, you fucker. Here, take
Here,
some pill.
Here, jam yourself full of these pills,
Eat.
eyeball.
Yeah, eat all my stuff. I don't deserve to have it.
Wow,
There. Are you
Amabel.
happy? Are you happy?
Amabel,
No, you're gonna eat all of it. You're gonna eat all of it. Is what's gonna happen.
this is very destructive.
You looked it up.
Well, yeah, I looked it up. So we do have Robin Bennis in the chat says passive aggressive Vorking. I think it's aggressive. I don't think there was anything passive about that. So if you want a push or just to be told that like that's available.
Yeah, because I am really stuck.
Okay, well you got to be a little more creative. Right now, what you're doing is you're just like clicking around at random and not like having a plan or trying to solve a problem, or you're just literally just clicking.
Because I'm stuck. And like I searched HypnoCure and I'm not getting.
So what if you wanted some software without purchasing it?
I would need to find somewhere to pirate it. I have not found it in the Flist stuff.
Okay, so one thing I'll give you, one of the 2 ways to get it is that it's just in someone's Flist.
Yeah. Okay. Someone that I've seen.
Yeah, a person that you've seen.
Well, it's not Roddy because I've already been to Roddy's Flist and I checked all the. Things here, and I also checked. What's the guy's name? The guy who sucks.
Zane.
No, the other, the main merchant, the main guy.
Dylan.
Who's Dylan. Yeah, like I checked Dylan's. Oh yeah, he is F888005D. We have these files. It's just music. Music.
All right. What other kind of person would you imagine would have cracked software? Okay.
Okay, so what hackers do I know?
Yeah, what hackers do you know?
There's what is the kid's? Yeah, he'll be in the teen zone. Teentopia.
Let's go with Topia.
Yeah, Tim again, right? Okay, stop that. F00928.
A, I believe, yeah.
So he has that program again. But
Yeah.
it didn't seem to do anything when I did it.
I mean, sure it did.
Yeah, I mean, it made the eyeball.
Yeah.
The eyeball doesn't do anything.
Sure it did. Look at that. You can see things through it, and they're like wavy and shit. It's pretty cool. It does see all. It says right on there. It sees all. Just like in that excellent Nicolas Cage movie. Fake Alex Blue asks, does that see through encrypted text? Hard to say.
Where would it be encrypted text though for me to see?
Where indeed. Amabel.
So I'm guessing I'm looking at like I'm trying to do a good job driving this at
Okay. Well, you're just kind of
um,
doing stuff without explaining what you're doing.
yeah.
So
So
do more explaining what you're doing.
So the thing is, this program was on Roddy's and was on Tim's things, and so I'm thinking, you know, somewhere on one of Roddy's pages.
Well, but you haven't seen any encrypted text on, like, you haven't seen anything that you couldn't
Wait, the word
read
encryption
on.
is just here.
You haven't seen anything that you couldn't read on any of Roddy's pages.
Oh, but there was on that thing I can't see this. No, that doesn't help. No. Where have I
You
seen encrypted text?
hardly looked at that at all.
It was very disorienting. All right, I will go back. I will pause this. Stop accelerating on me. So this is all.
This does not seem to solve this problem. You still, it looks like you still need to be able to run HypnoCure to get safe mode to be able to read this page. Cornflakes asks, hey, wasn't there some page that mentioned that you need the eye?
I don't remember that. I'm sure that that's true, but I don't remember that. So I would certainly appreciate some reminder there.
Are you paying attention to the text you have on the screen here?
What do you mean? I'm looking. What am I missing on this screen?
Literally, you're literally not reading the text that's in front of you. You like swept the eye over it, but why don't you read it with your eyes and comprehend it with your
valid
brain?
search terms were entered. Remove search term I.
So you didn't actually execute a search of any kind there.
Okay.
it won't search for the word I.
That's a weird. Okay.
I think that's just because it removes like the from searches and stuff. I think it just doesn't search for strings shorter than a certain number of characters. It probably just elides all 3-character words or something.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate because that means you would not be able to use it to find mentions of an all-seeing eye.
Yeah. Open mind and open eyes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Let's see if
Do any of these pages look like a place you'd want to bring a big weird eye?
that music.
You are so vulnerable. You are so psychically vulnerable.
Do not scroll down my page unless you're ready to delete classified info. Magic orb knows all, and the all-seeing eye sees all.
Okay, that's interesting. You gotta have a question before you ask the orb.
Where is it that I need to go?
Absolutely.
That's not helpful at all. All right, let's try Dylan's page again. Yeah, I don't remember anywhere where
You don't
there
remember
was
any other like hackers or anything that you know?
there's Tim,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't see anything on. Maybe let me go back to Tim's page.
I mean, I did say other.
Okay, yeah, but I don't know any other. There's arguably there's like Roddy. He's hacker adjacent at least.
Mm-hmm. But you've already been to his list.
Already been to his place, yeah. I search for hacker. Nothing. Yeah.
Fake Alex
What
Blue
am
is
I-
asking, isn't the only other hacker, the one who's actually the baddie? And the answer to that question is no. It seems like everybody's forgetting a character that we encountered pretty early on. Do you want me to?
I mean, was Zane a hacker?
I don't really think so. I mean, like, technically, you could be like, well, he figured out how to create a second profile within his headband to fake his girlfriend, but
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna
seems
give
like
you
a
this.
thing that lots of kids figured out how to do because Corey did it too.
My memory's so bad, sweetheart. I am gonna have
Alright.
to have you just point me.
You are forgetting about Minx.
I don't know who that is. Yeah. So I'm definitely mixed with an X.
Minx with a 1. Right? If you can't figure out how to access the login link below, you definitely don't belong here. You remember this?
Enter Minx here.
Dr. Minx, PhD, was involved with the fake tampon thing.
Okay. Don't worry about it. You'll never forward the software anyway. Let me keep scrolling down.
Enter your password. Oh no. Yeah, Cat of Nine Tails says she doesn't remember that name either. It seems like I'm the only one who remembers Dr. Minx.
Thanks for the HC. Okay. Okay, let me.
So hey, what's all this text say?
Yeah, it says, Wawa Minx looks all messed up. I can't read it. Don't worry about it. You'll never afford the software anyway. I'm not seeing a password. Enter Minx here, but then I click that and it's asking me for a password that I do not have.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot see his citizen data,
Isn't that interesting?
so I can't list him.
It's quite anomalous that this page doesn't have a citizen data tag.
Right, yeah. Okay, so how do I find this? Is the only page linked to Minx.
Yeah,
So
you found Minx before, I believe, through association with Tim, I think. Or no, you know what? It might have been from the T-Nubs thing. Minx might have been mentioned in conjunction with the T-Nubs scam by, I want to say, Sherry, maybe? Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying there. Enter Minx here. Unfortunately, not quite the trick.
Okay. So yeah, I'm stuck again. Okay, let's
You're not stuck. You have a thing to investigate.
Yes, I don't know how to.
If only somebody had like just given you a hint, maybe to.
T-Nubs. I don't remember this either. Okay, no, I remember this. Okay.
Counselor Ronnie reporting for duty.
You don't want to listen to the anti-drug rap?
No, I don't. Okay, so it was through here that I found the.
No, I think that it was like I said. If I remember correctly, I think it was like a reference on Sherry Heals' page to her. Like she was saying like, thanks, Dr. Minx, for helping me with something, if I remember correctly. It would have been during the first episode probably that we would have seen it, which is why it seems like nobody remembers.
Okay, so let's find Sherry.
You know, you can close the eye and just open it when you want it.
That's okay. Wait, where is Sherry? Is she not? Oh my God! Stop accelerating on me. That's Terry. Sandy.
If only there was like some tool that you could use if you were trying to like search for somebody. Nope, that's Sherry with an eye.
That's a ridiculous way to. Oh, that's Sherry. Oh, right.
I literally said Sherry Hill.
Okay. Sherry. Right, and his try. Gearhead Great for the stream password scripts. Okay, I'm here from Prying Eyes. Okay. Okay. Where was it? Homepage. That's so. Okay. This is exorcism testimonial. That's the about page. That's the consult. All right, what am I missing? I'm missing something. So I'm not seeing any reference. Gearhead Greg. Gearhead Greg helped by Dr.
Yeah, maybe I'm misremembering the initial reference to Minx, but
All right. All right. What? Yeah. What in the world? No, that's just the net settler. What in the world? Home. Hypnosis tips. It's about chit chat. No S error messages. Sandwich encryption. Publishing pages to Hypnospace. Tags. Sleep time services. Music file types. Mr. Mystery W's new page. Okay. Precursor of the month. That's pretty good. Magician cursor for that month. All right. The launcher, the search, overlooked features.
Downloading Mystery 3, Mystery 3, 1.
Let's just find out what this is.
Hello everyone, Mr. Mystery W here with some things that most people overlook but about HypnoS, mostly in the settings menu here. So if you look here, we have this big HUD mode. If you do that, then it makes this bigger, easier to click on. the art in these icons probably needs redoing, but it's very nice, I think. And also, you can unpin the hood, and then it'll collapse. So when you're not using it, then it's out of your way, which is a very nice combo, I think. Let's see what else. You have cursor themes. Lots of people don't use these, but they're very fun. This one is, I don't like mouse trails a lot, but that's okay. This one is nature. That's a very good. But I provide some of these on my oddities page, so you can go ahead and download them, like this gauntlet one. I really like this one. It's actually a glove similar to the one in a Taurus comic book, is where I got my inspiration for this cursor. There's also sound effects themes, which you can hear the one I have now. It's very beautiful. When you close the window, listen to this. It's like a thunderstorm. That's so nice. And then you also have, if you're used to, for some reason, using a computer with a gamepad, you can click this, and you can switch to gamepad controls. There's also, of course, there's themes, your normal themes. I like this Woodland Lodge theme that comes with Hypnospace Plus. Yeah, but so those are a few tips for you. Yeah, and I hope you have a great morning. Goodbye. Hello, everyone. Mr. Mystery W here.
All right. Yeah, I don't. I feel really stuck. I don't know where to find the hacker I guess I'm looking for. Let me check his list again, I guess. It's F03 465A. Just super tasters, and that's where I got the accelerator from. Okay, prone the big creepy looking eye that blinks now and then, eye is transparent and anything under it looks wavy, either as some sort of Trojan hacking program. Okay, yeah, I know about that. Professor Helper. Was it Terry? Because he had trouble with removing something, and he did not. He seemed kind of gullible. Oh, it wasn't Terry then. Where's my... Oh my gosh, okay. No, he thanks Gearhead Greg for his help. Getting the stickers. There was someone who had things on his site he had to get. Someone helped him get it off. If it wasn't Terry, was it on here? Good time scam watch.
Oh man, the IRS.
Yeah. Okay.
You got him. You got
Also,
him.
it's a
You got
greedy
him,
thief
Terry.
arm of the federal government. One of the most subtle scams out there. Because y'all seem so happy that they're stealing right out of your pocket. Our economy would be twice as strong if it wasn't for their thievery. It stunts innovation and competition and hurts business.
Okay. Dear Spider-Man says, Amabel is so focused and mostly seems to be on the lookout for something, but even watching and listening, I can't make out what.
I'm sorry, I'm trying. I thought I'm going to come in and I'm going to kick ass and I'm going to drive the stream, and then like I'm just stuck again.
Okay, you're not necessarily like talking through your thoughts though. There's a lot of
Right.
clicking at
I'm
things
not
on
having
clicking on things at random and just saying the name of the thing as you click on it, which is
right because I'm just looking for anything that looks like anything.
right, which is a strategy that's definitely not going to work, right? So let's
I
try.
have no other strategy. I have no other leads that I can. Best deals, Terry. Well, I've been to Terry's page. I don't know if this beef brain thing is real. Well, let me search for beef brain because that was hackers. No results for beef brain. Okay. Let me try 2 words. No. All right, so there's definitely a hacker that I saw early on. There was Minx, but I don't have the password for Minx. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do, folks, is I'm trying to get a hold of a program that costs an exorbitant amount of money. There's probably a free version of it somewhere here. I'm trying to find that free version, which I thought would be in a list, but I could not find it in a list. Once I have that program, I can open that page on the page that is in here. Let me somewhere here. Yeah, there's a page. This page here. I need the HypnoCure so I can stabilize this page. So what I'm trying to do is find HypnoCure, and like somewhere there is there should be a program, and I just I was looking for like trying to find a hacker who would have it, and I'm just not finding it. That's what I'm trying to find here. What's Gil saying here? Right, take right steps to get the accelerator. Is not by putting that out there. They're on Lionel. They're on Lionel, sweetie. Yeah. So I'm really really stuck.
Okay, so
Go back to Roddy's page. But I feel like I've looked at Roddy's page with this.
I mean, you certainly have. Instead of doing a thing that you've already done,
Yeah.
you have this person who seems to be pretty mysterious, who seems to have abilities in the system that a person shouldn't have.
Right.
Why don't you try focusing on that, investigating,
Okay.
see if we can find any, because like we found a link to Minx in the first place somehow.
The cafe. Let me go to the cafe.
You encountered Minx.
Excuse me. Yeah, somehow I encountered Minx. I don't remember. Okay, well, what haven't I been on here? Read Dispenza. He designed the logo. That's the whole situation there. Hypnospace universe. Chit Chat I never got access to. Right.
Yeah, you're not allowed to use chit chat with an enforcer headband.
Friend to the Dylan Merchant space. I don't think Minx was on there. He might have been on. No, I was at Gearhead Greg, and I didn't see that. Now this is music I can get behind. This is pretty good. Gearhead Greg. I mean, maybe I should look at Gearhead Greg's page again. As software reviews. Jazz here. By day, I'm a software engineer at a boring company no one cares about. By night, I'm Jazz. Virtual vet, presser helper. Avoid the yeah, I definitely should have avoided that program. Janitor game does allow you to score easy hypno coin. Delete it because I don't want to implicate myself in crimes. Well, okay, well, hang on. If I can get the money. Want to earn hypno coin? Make piles, 5 documents, dragging one document over another. Complete pile incinerator and make hypno coin. Put infected files in incinerator immediately. Right, let's...
Downloading janitor.
This is so cluttered. This does this. Uh, yeah, I know you're. Oh, so much poop. Okay, let me get rid of the poop.
Welcome to channel TheRelaxedMovement.
Amabel,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I'm playing janitor. I can't seem to turn it off.
Well, but you just read the thing. Did you not just read how to play janitor?
Yeah, I forgot. I need to make piles of 5. Right. Piles of 5.
No, not
No.
the infected files go in the incinerator right away. There are like literally 2 rules.
I forgot the rules.
That's
Can you remind me of the rules, please?
You did not forget the rules. You said them both out loud moments ago. You make piles of 5, but you incinerate the infected files immediately.
Okay. Okay, I'm getting 4 per. Okay, I can do that. All right, I'm sure this is exciting for everybody.
Well, if you think it's not, then you got a job to do.
Well, I can't seem to turn this off, but it is giving me money, and I need. How much money do I need for?
It was like
Do you
$4.99.
Okay. Okay. I'll get there. I'll get there. All right. Let me. Okay, that goes there. Right. All right. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's an exit button. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get the $4.99 and buy it because I can't seem to find the hacker, and I do want to just I want to get the thing and be able to move on. Terrible janitor. Okay, 16. Okay, this should be pretty quick, I think. Okay. All right. $500. Okay. That's dead again. All right. Okay. So I got the 500. So let me search for Hypnocure now. I'm sure I could have found the hacker eventually, but I didn't.
Downloading Hypnocure
So
processor.
like a fucking nerd, I have paid for the software. Oh, okay. All right, so let me go now back to the freelance into that page. Look how quickly I'm moving around now. Hang on. Here. I joined the freelance. Okay. Let me pull up the Hypno Cure. Okay, hang on. So how do I make this work? Oh no, okay, no, I do want to cure that. Turn off? No. Alright, how do I actually make this thing let me look at the page
Yeah, that's a good question. What's the
on the
thing that
Explorer.
what's
What okay. Alright. No, that's definitely this is the page.
what was it about
wanted-
Hypnocure that
It was gonna let me see the old net settler pages.
right? Well, what was it about Hypnocure that was going to let you see the old net settler pages?
I don't remember. It's been a couple weeks. Safe mode browsing tool. Okay. That I don't see listed here. But maybe if I'm in here. Settings? No, that's settings for the game.
Yeah, that's the OS. It's an OS level
Okay.
interface element. Still an
That's the
OS level
same thing.
interface element.
It's the same thing. Yes, I'm sorry.
So
How do I turn on safe mode? Let me search for safe mode.
okay, do you want to just like look at the browser?
Safe
Reload in
mode
safe
activated.
mode.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Evidently, Nestsettler builders built structured digital homesteads such as this are no longer supported. I feel betrayed. Built with Nestsettler, the visual, the Wizard Eagle, Cybercog, Haze World images. Will not be made to purchase. Goodbye. Definitely wanted to be here for some reason, but I don't remember why. So I'm trying to find. What I'm trying to find, right, is information. Access files that prove the year 2000 update wasn't ready. Dylan had an anxiety attack over a security breach right before Y2K. Maybe look underground. So I do need to find that hacker again. And this, why did I think this was going to give me information?
Safe mode activated.
If you can't find a fair page, you can still search the NSDB tag. NSDB. Okay, let me search that. And let's look at what we can find here. Search tag NSDP. Please upgrade to the computer and enable safe mode. Right, okay. Okay, so Connie's connections is dedicated to helping people in Hypnospace connect with one another with similar interests. Important update below. The recent issues around installing NetSettler and Hypnospace page builder formats, meaning the connections listed here are no longer functional. Some pages appear with unreadable text and broken links, while others have been deleted by users and moved away. I have made a graphic denoting both, and where these issues do not message me about them. Okay. Technology connections. Got the Observer, Under the Hood by Stewart. Okay, I can't get in there at all.
Safe mode.
Even in safe mode, okay. Software review. Different connections. Future recycler. Okay.
Safe mode activated.
Download Future TV commercial animation by John R. and Future Recycler by Relating to Remain Private. These are product proposals. I don't like to say the word pitch because it sounds unusual to my ears for all interested serious investors. Okay, well this looks pretty good. I want to find out the Volatai clock. The time is now for recycling. You know what time it is? You're looking right at me, lazy face. Oh, got him, lazy face. Time to recycle. Future warmth is upon us. Let's be friends. This is a shoestring material tied with laces and one clock. It tells the time and reminds you to recycle. Stop being lazy. Copyright 1999, 2038. Future recycler.
Are you crying in your sweater?
He's also a future copywriter.
Yes. Okay, Temple of Serenity. Sound effects and healing stones by Steve Guy.
Safe mode activated.
So it's just some sound effects and some movie quotes. I mean,
We got trouble. I'm back. He's back. You'll never be a punk.
okay. I'm trying to. My idea here is that in
Safe mode activated.
in one of these screwed up pages, I might be able to find some kind of hackery thing. But I'm not finding much. These pages don't seem like they change. Yeah, I'm still feeling really like okay, so I need to look underground. I need to find hacking people. So I got to Minx somehow.
Safe mode activated.
My eyeball thing. Hang on. Enter Minx here. Wow, my Minx looks all messed up. I can't read it. And this thing is blocked. Only thing tagged Minx. There was some hacking group that Tim was trying to impress. So maybe I go back and I try to find who that is. So let me find Tim again. Here. There is a page for Dark Twilight Tiff. Tim's lady friend who is now prohibited from romantic entanglements with atheist boys. That's funny. That's fun. So it's interesting that when I go to the Timageddon page, it is just a landing page, and I don't seem to be able to get into his page anymore on any of the dates.
Well, you haven't tried either, so.
I haven't.
No.
What?
Safe mode activated.
Like, you're literally just mousing over this link repeatedly and never clicking on it. I don't know what.
I'm not seeing a link. What link? There it is. Okay.
You can definitely see your cursor turning into a hand.
Okay, and I wasn't really. I don't always. Okay. Enter the fleshy domain of Timageddon. I don't always get I don't always register all the information on the screen. I know that's probably pretty wild for you because you do. I really admire the way you're able to process all the information. But so Minx is a hacker group. Little Tim hang out with them before more of their passwords get leaked. Timageddon's Thanksgiving password, feast.
Downloading Thanksgiving underscore F3AST.
Son of Tim here. My father spent 2 weeks collecting these passwords for you ungrateful imbeciles. Be thankful. Dear Minx, let me post. I won't leak your passwords again. Formatting note, username, password. Dumpy. Okay, so I have some passwords here to try. Let me go in here. Let me enter Minx, and then let's try the passwords. I do like how clunky all this is. Okay. So let's try let's start at the bottom. Let's try slushmouth question mark 4664664 219 God. Okay.
Are you okay, sweetie?
Yeah.
Are you reading the file here?
Username, question, password.
Yeah.
Oh, so just that
The box
password.
is asking for passwords.
Right. Okay. Don't care. ABC123 is a terrible password. But it's not get in. Okay. Let's try.
I mean, that's not a terrible password. Combinatorially, like
664-219. God. HSISTRASH 93444. Is this what hacking is like?
unironically, yes.
Why do people think it's cool? 4 hours MANAP 0 LLY 0 NOUZ and 996_6_2.
Okay, so can we talk about this really quickly? You
Yeah.
started entering the passwords from the bottom,
Yeah.
and then you arbitrarily switched to entering them from the top.
Yeah.
In a way that almost seems designed to avoid doing anything that would be useful or interesting, right? Like, why would it be right at this one, which is obviously significant, that you would be like, well, let's not do that one? Can you?
Okay. Listen.
How did you see? You saw this and you were like, well, I'm going to jump to the other
now.
side of the list. You saw it now? You didn't see it before? So what was the reason that you switched?
I just did.
Okay, so what is significant here?
Well, Noise Pusher is Dylan Merchant's handle.
Yeah,
It's also his flist.
Yeah.
And so
this is clearly Dylan Merchant.
And it doesn't match. Okay.
We got here too late. They changed already.
Time travel.
If only we had access to some kind of time travel.
Okay, so that's 6-9 Noise. Sure, 6-9. No. Okay, hang on.
Maybe it does want the logins. It shouldn't, but given the way it's formatted, you wouldn't expect it to. But these should work right now, right? I mean, maybe they're not all active right now. Maybe he's not.
Okay, so let's try.
Yeah, try entering the whole thing. I wouldn't expect that to be.
Well, let me do this first, and then let me try.
See, this is the thing. Fake Alex Blue says, I sometimes wonder, is this mischief? This is the thing with Amabel. She will go a long way out of her way to be difficult as a bit. She does like to do that. So that makes it harder to tell when it isn't a bit. A lot of wolf crying goes on in this household, is all I'm saying.
Sync mode activated.
Rude. That's very rude.
Rude but correct, right? This is your sense of
No.
humor.
Woof. There should be no woof. All right, let's see what we have here.
Okay.
This is like a little forum. Got crappy replies. That's very charming. So the one I see here is, heads up, I told Dylan Merchant is cool though he's a fan. I gave him a password, but he doesn't have 3Y3, so Reckoning don't murder me. Apparently loves the dumpster, doesn't know what to make of Minx, but after seeing it, he loves it too. He'll probably post here soon. Was it on the dumpster that they mentioned Minx? That we had seen before? Is that what it was?
Maybe.
Is this a sick joke? I will very much murder you if this thing turns out to be true. Dylan Merchant should not be here.
Sync mode activated.
Because I don't want everybody thinking that I'm just being like a weird jerk here.
You're not being a weird jerk.
Like this thing is real. I am set up to be unable to tell whether or not you're messing with me by the fact that you like to mess with me, and sometimes in relatively elaborate ways.
Yeah, but I will say I'm less likely to try to mess with you when I am on camera and I'm the one playing. It
Okay,
usually is legitimate
see.
confusion on my part.
All right, but you have done bits on camera. Come on now, you've done some bits on camera.
Not bits where like, because I do want to be done with this game.
Okay.
I'm not trying to drag it out. So here's hey ladies, new Outlaw testing.
This guy's got some very strong fucking hello fellow kids energy right away. This dude is unable to not appear to be a narc.
I've got a new alpha, really more of a beta almost, with some sweet new stuff in it. Still playing with bots, but I'm getting online going the next week. I'm interested, if only to see how unfathomably terrible your code is. Otherwise, I have to keep my headband from exploding. Thanks.
I like Reckoning.
Yeah, this thing where a tech bro kind of guy or a proto tech bro kind of guy is trying to impress like forum posters.
Yeah, a bunch of hackers, many of whom are probably, literally children.
It's so sad.
It is.
And luckily isn't relevant to today at all.
Yeah.
Beef Brain Work, you're welcome. What's next for Jezzo? Still got some fresh Consular Ronnie stuff coming, but it's getting old, and I think it's going too far with that. May get B into some trouble. Open-Eyed is fun because we blended in so well there. Any ideas? Maybe something with Bible Guy or Psychedelic Hippie Drug Guy? Consular Ronnie? Oh, God, I didn't even catch on to that. Well, whatever. Just don't get too wild. Beef Brain has already been expensive, what with our health experts and all. Still, it makes me laugh knowing how much Adrian would hate this.
I'm so much cooler than my brother. He's such a suit.
Hi, everyone. My name is Connie, and I run a page in Good Time Valley called Connie's Connections. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Well, I appreciate the message from Reckoning with the free illegal HypnoCure Pro download. You should know that you were criminally easy to track down. It's very nice of you to attempt to help the NS community. but you should cover your tracks more thoroughly next time. I quickly converted my page to the newer HS format, but many of the pages I linked to on Connie Connections were net settler pages. Good portion of those users, or citizens I suppose, have unfortunately left Hypnospace as a result of this fiasco. Now most of my links go to pages that are no longer active. It's disappointing, and I'm very, very angry with Merchantsoft. What in the world? Connie's Connections in Minx? How did you get in here? Does the whole Good Time gang know? I have no words. Reckoning is going to have a fit. We meet again, Connie. I knew you'd eventually find us. I'd rather not find myself on the receiving end of your ire, so it comforts me that we seem to have a common enemy. Enjoy your stay here.
So like this is classic shit. These guys are like script kiddies. Like, you know, they know some tricks. They know like a thing or two about how to work a computer. But a person with actual technical knowledge can see through all their shit like instantly.
Yeah.
And without having to be a fucking weird internet edgelord about it.
Yeah. Him and Minx, I kind of like the guy. He's got style. He can code. He's sick of Merchantsoft's utter incompetence. Let's give the guy a chance. I mean, Dylan is here, so why not? Also, I'm sick of having to remind everyone to reset their passwords. Hell no, he's like 13, be with the Lord. He has skills for a teenager, but I wouldn't trust him not to share too much. We wouldn't last another week if our lame interns found out. Seriously, there is no we. You're the one who shouldn't be here, rich boy. Go back to working on your bad card game. Stop using Hypnospace right now. Look inside. Don't use Cyberworlds either. I won't post it here since the chances are too high that Dylan can find a way to see this, but if you have second sight, search this tag, Revelation. Put a backup copy of my island game, same as one on Dream Tools in Guild's dumb area. No one goes there anymore because Merchantsoft deleted half their stuff by accident. Be with the Lord. Won't be using my headband again. You know where to find me outside of here. P.S. Dylan's out of Minx again as of right now. Some of these screens are very incriminating. I can't risk him knowing what we know.
Well, no, that's interesting.
Let me 3v3 elation.
No, I guess, you know, maybe honestly, maybe I'm like marking my age with even the use of that term. But yeah, script kiddies with D's, like kids, children of the script, as Cornflake says. Do people not? I guess we don't really have script kiddies anymore because like the way that young edgelords use the internet is through phones now, and you can't really even do that kind of stuff with a phone. They're so locked down.
Safe mode activated.
Oh yeah, script kiddies with a T, the script cat girls. You got to watch out for them. They will take your ass apart. Furries are the reason the internet works at all.
Yeah, well, I can't go into that at all. Hang on. So I was stop accelerator.
Sweetie, you have a really bad habit of just like clicking on 100 things really fast. You just gotta like take it slow.
Safe mode activated.
So have me search for that.
Okay.
Search this tag. Okay. So I search the tag. Okay, I clicked on this.
Okay, Hypnospace is killing you. That seems important.
But this page, it only exists on this one here.
Ah, somebody got a hold of this.
If I go here, it's gone.
No, if you go there, it doesn't exist yet.
Right. So I can't.
Again, you gotta fucking take it easy. So
Okay.
so clearly, somebody from somebody with enforcement tools got a hold of all this, right?
Yeah. Is this enough to tell?
I mean, this isn't actually evidence, though, right? This is a big hole
Yeah.
where there used to be evidence.
Okay.
Virus
Some-
detected. For your safety, please open HypnoCure and click Cure Me now. Safe mode activated.
Okay. All right. So this is.
So did you
Did I
Okay.
what?
read instead of
I
clicking? There's important information here that you did read out loud, and it seems like you've forgotten it already.
I'm back up being on my island. Okay. Okay. Same one as the Dream Tools and Gilsdom area. Okay. So if I go, I want to come back and read more of those forums, but let me go to. Wait.
Sweetie.
SIA.
Okay.
This is in Guild Zone. I want to get in the Guild Zone. And then it's on this date. Renovations by Reckoning. And he has an island somewhere. Stop a Chowder Man. Gary's control room. That's Gary's control room again. Right. It's the bull ring. Is there an island?
Safe mode activated.
Merchant sought clinical leak trial leak backup. Use second sight. The Final Reckoning. Act 1, Merchantsoft commissions Hypnospace headband clinical study to silence beef brain rumors. If Merchantsoft isn't happy with the findings and buries them, instead commissioning paid tests by independent experts. Act 3, Reckoning releases copies of damning documents, bringing an end to Hypnospace and Merchantsoft. Good riddance. Click to download unreleased Hypnospace clinical study abstract and sleep study sample.
Downloading S0225 PSG Hypnospace 1, S0225 PSG Hypnospace 2, Hypnospace Clinical Abstract.
Start with the abstract. Document retrieved from Adrian Merchantsoft email account. Effects of nighttime use on Hypnospace technology on sleep quality of healthy individuals. The recently released product Hypnospace allows participants to browse a virtual world during their nighttime sleep using a wearable Hypnospace headband. This new technology has quickly grown in popularity, but has also attracted criticism from laymen and scientists alike. Yeah, okay. Let's conclusions. Nighttime use of Hypnospace increases REM sleep and decreases both objective and subjective quality of sleep. Daytime fatigue increased. Okay, hang on. After using Hypnospace headbands in most patients, long-term prospective studies are necessary to further determine the effects of continued Hypnospace use. Until then, we recommend discontinuing to very limited use of this product. Conflicts of interest. The study was funded by Merchantsoft. These are scary graphs, I think. So hang on. Am I
Are you?
able to send this to Sam? It doesn't. How do I tell Sam about this? About these documents? I can't.
Well,
I can't flag a document.
You you try flagging the link. But I don't know if she knows how to. Okay.
Thanks, Amabel. Look into this. Okay, well that's promising. That's different. A different thing that I got previously.
Okay, you're sure that was. Did you scroll all the way down that page even?
I thought so.
Virus detected. For your safety, please open HypnoCure and click Cure Me now.
External mirror download.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
was there not anything else on this island?
I don't. On the island, it's. Well, let me safe mode it. Okay, versions off clinical leak backup. Hypno's dream tools. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hang on, let me pause this music and let's see what Samantha had to say.
Okay.
Oh God, dear God, Amabel. Those are words I hear so often. You just found the jackpot. These reports have horrifying implications. It seems that people most of the time weren't really sleeping much at all. Surprised more people weren't hurt. If you can find anything else, inbox exchanges, chat logs, really anything where MerchantSoft admits any fault, send it to me. There has to be something floating around out there. In the meantime, I'm going to start putting this information together for the authorities. Okay. So this is...
Important
okay.
Message received from Dylan.
Oh, I bet. Noticed you were racking up violations on some user. You do know there are other ways to get HypnoCoin, right? Anyway, just thought it was amusing. It's funny that our violation reporting system works without our servers online. But hey, just goes to show how good I am at coding. Also, your name sounds so familiar. Did we used to chit-chat? Creep. Fucking creep. Alright, so what is the thing I downloaded? Now going back to the Minx page I was on. Okay, let me check that thing I downloaded. This. Okay, let me close this? How do I... Alright, cool. I can go over there. These tools are built on MerchantSoft's internal debug tools. Some function identical to the original design. Some I've had a little fun with. gods. So it's just a... Okay, not content purchase of these tools for any reason. I have not downloaded hacker apps in the past. Does this have like a real world analog? I don't.
Yeah, I mean, this feels like a real thing you would download.
I love how cluttered everything is. Okay. Okay, here's more with Tim and Minx. He's obviously a big fan of your stuff, but he's just doing it for the attention. There's no meaning. Almost all of his junk is to show off for that TIFF chick. It's a high school mentality. Half of his greasy, pimply friends would be in Minx in no time you invited him, so no. No meaning is interesting critique from the dude who runs the dumpster. Also, did you see what he did to those guys in Teentopia? That's justice if I've ever seen it. Small scale, sure, but effective. Okay, you guys were right. Tim just launched a year 2000 mine crash attack. Okay, more game than attack, really, on Hypnospace tonight, and it is entirely meaningless. It's completely overshadowing my leak, and people really need to see this. I wish you'd stop it with the theatrics, because this could hurt people. If anything happens to my leak, I'm putting it back up on my island. Okay. Where's Dylan? He wasn't my favorite person in the world, but why was he flushed? He can make life very hard for me, so I'd rather we just let him hang around. Things are happening. He can't be here. Hypnospace isn't going to survive the millennium. I found something big, and I'm digitizing it right now. Outlaw in the year 2000 update. Since Dylan is here, I was wondering, are you guys really putting Outlaw in the year 2000 update? In the build from a week ago, network code wasn't even working. Are you outsourcing or something? Also, me and the other creative team interns want to know when we're being paid. December checks weren't handed out. Could Merchantsoft be any more of a disaster? Wow. Yes, it will be. There was bottleneck with our programmers right before that build came out because we had to let someone go, but it will definitely be in the update. I'm pulling 120 hours a week over there to make sure it does. I'd never outsource Outlaw. It's too important. It's going to blow you away. Guys, please give us a break on New Year's Eve. There's so much we're trying to do to make this place better for everyone. I get reckoning these points and agree with them. We're making changes and doing what's best for our users. Please, please, please just let us know. Let's do this and then have your fun. Beef Brain was funny, but it has rippled into insanity internally, and we really don't need something like that on Y2K. Thanks all. I highly doubt that you get my points, let alone agree with them. You should be more worried about running your poorly written software on those cheap headbands than anything we're going to do. Also, why are you posting on Christmas Eve? And that's the end of the, yeah.
Safe mode activated.
Okay, so if I'm trying to... This is overthrow away your headband. If I'm trying to find internal emails...
The Minx page that he linked to had email dumps on it, but they weren't apparently in the backup.
So how do I...
Downloading debug.
I'm just installing... your installation of Incursive Reinstaller was... I feel like that's a joke. that I don't understand.
What do you mean? It's a recursive installer.
I don't know what that means.
It means it's an installer for the installer that installs the installer, which then installs itself and then performs its task of installing the installer.
Okay.
So this is another one of those things. Like, there's a thing in there about debugging inboxes, and you're like looking for emails. You're like, well, let me click on every other button and just see.
Okay.
You think that might be any like interesting at all?
You've got Hypnomail.
I'm not saying it's definitely something, but you are literally right now primarily concerned with email. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that unfortunately is not going to allow us to spoof our way into somebody else's emails.
Yeah. Spoof like not another teen movie?
Yep.
Desktop icons. Let me
So
get back into the Explorer. Okay. So where am I gonna? Gonna find. Oh, this is the first. I didn't read this. Hey guys, I know you're probably thinking, oh, it's a suit. He's probably gonna shut us down and spy on us, but that's not why I'm here. I used to run with communities like this back before Net Settler started, so I know the drill. I'm just here enjoying all the sweet stuff you guys do. To be honest, I love the dumpster, which is why I reached out. DM, don't sign your post, you sack of sellout garbage. Also, go away. I know who wrote that.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
So.
Oh, what am I? What is my next step then? I do like the way that this is, I guess, non-linear in a way. I mean, it is like it's letting me some chit chats, passwords. So like, I have a problem, which is how do I look at those emails? There were the emails that I got to see, which
Well, you're very eager to navigate away from the only place that you have ever heard about the emails.
the island or the Okay, let me go back into.
Safe mode activated.
Because he had so the revelation. Right, but then these.
Okay, yeah, maybe let's. So buried in Adrian Merchant's deleted mail folder. Okay, so these are the documents,
These are the documents.
right? Because it said the abstract said it was pulled from Adrian Merchant's. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are just those. Then what's on the other revelation page?
Oh, okay. Those aren't links. Those are just lists of his projects.
So what is that then? Do you know what leaky piping is?
No. I don't know what leaky piping is. Can't click it. But I can.
I don't think that's real.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's real either. Is leaky piping a like a term I should know? Like a hacking term?
It's one of his projects. That's why it's on the list that says projects, probably. If I had to guess.
Dylan's bad car game. Let's.
Okay, hello.
Hey, I'm working knocking out bugs now. I just wanted to let you know I'm testing Outlaw a few enforcers tonight. I'd really like to get it in the Y2K update. Okay, if you think you have time. Not being rude here, but I don't think we have time. We really need to address the bugs and only the bugs. Come on, Dylan. You know we can't finish that thing in time. It's cool, but it's not time yet. Samantha, mind your manners. Dylan is a whiz kid. I can finish it. It would be nice if more than one person at this damned company actually understood how huge this could be. I'll finish it myself if I have to. Do your boring daily grind drone work, and I'll do this myself because I'm apparently the only person with creative vision here. Wow. I'm sorry for exploding. This has to happen. Outlaw will be released for the New Year's Day update. It's the only way Cyberworlds won't crush us. Yes, it is ambitious, but I'm really just trying to keep us all having a job here. Cyberworlds has good graphics and games. It's true, Samantha, we need to get on the balls. Nam. This sounds bad. Hey, Sansa's here. My incredible helper Reckoning sent me these. New Year's Eve promises to be very interesting for merchant soft. Jump to file downloads. I will in a moment. I'm not a medical expert, but if I'm reading it right, they're basically telling us that people aren't getting decent sleep while using Hypnospace. Lazy bums who stay up late watching TV don't get good sleep, so what's your damn point? In Hypnospace, they can talk to people and learn, which helps brains a lot. Not my point. The doc said that. Look, don't worry about it. If people are tired after sleep time, just get on fewer nights per week. People are responsible for their own choices. Too much ice cream will kill you, but no one does studies on that. Yeah, Hypnospace is like ice cream. It's good. Okay. It's fine. Also, it's our study. It was privately commissioned by us, so it can just stay private. Barbara just suggested it as a way to deal with the beef brain rumors. We'll find some other way. Not a big deal. Good. The report said that beef brain is fake, right? That would be bad for PR if it was real and people's brains did that. Yuck. Not good for the evening nudes. I'm reading the abscart. Lots of big words in there. I'm guessing you're still trying to get Outlaw out in the 2000 update. I don't mind this HSPD stuff, but it wasn't the job I was hired to do, you know. As a matter of fact, we're uploading a press preview demo now. As long as the team puts in the hours, they'll be there by 2000 for sure. Surprised? Yes, but more skeptical than surprised, Dylan. I'm begging you. Please pause the game right now and get more people on stability. I just ran the update last week, and it gave me the worst headache of my life. Literally, this can seriously hurt people. Okay, well, this is stuff.
This seems like
I
stuff.
feel like.
Also, not that I'm trying to come across as critical here or anything, but
Yeah.
once again, you did find a page with like 4 dumps of documents, and you were like, well, let's only look at number 2, and
I looked at the titles. I looked at what was interesting to me. Okay.
all right. I mean, a lot of that stuff seems pretty damning.
Oh, okay. It's those. Right. All right. So let's check out Nam. Brief exchange between Adrian Merchant and Artie. Nam. Artie, I need help. Namaste?
Amabel, that's namaste.
Oh, that's how. Okay, I didn't know that's how it was spelled.
Important message received.
Nam to
MS
you
underscore
too.
Samantha.
I feel torn apart. Grace Peak Cola Company is such a big client, but I think they're getting cold feet. I need guidance to bring them back. Cool Punk is a big, big mess. Peace and be still, dear Adrian. For already knew that this pain had been plaguing you. It filled your eyes as you spoke at the investor meeting this very morning. You're not centered, Adrian. Adrian, are you still with me? Is your quiet corner ready? Yes, I'm at the quiet corner in my office, and I'm in my comfy giraffe chair, too. Yo, I would love to have a giraffe chair.
How did
I don't
you
know
read
what
that word as
means.
office?
What?
You said I'm at the quiet corner in my office.
I'm okay, well,
So I don't think the giraffe chair is real. Is my point. I think it's an imaginary
very
chair.
good. Now chant slowly as you practiced. Okay.
Okay, so we have a feeling
see
what Artie's
If you're
role on the
deleted
team
zone.
was.
Yeah. Can we do something about the geeks? You've been putting it off. Adrian, the geeks make up 1/3 of our citizens and half of the zones in Hypnospace City menu. We can't just delete their pages. What do you want me to do? They are still everywhere. When new people come, they think it's a geek club. Hypnospace is different because it's for mom and dad and grandma and kids, not for computer geeks. We have 5 zones for geek losers, and not even 1 zone for sports. It's ridiculous, Dylan. Okay, but tell me something today. Hello? I'm back. 1 intern, Ralph, some R kid, said to condense the geek zones into one big sci-fi cybercog comics gaming zone, but make it seem like an exciting event. Probably not a good idea because of inevitable backlash. Can you move all their files to the clunker so we can put the stadium on Speedy 1 so it's run fast for the big Y2K event? Hey Dylan, do you have anything to do with this Starport Castle Dreamville thing? Oh no. Roddy, I'm so sorry. We had a team of interns trying to solve a problem for us, and they chose to put a few zones together on their own server, and I totally forgot your pages were there. I should have watched them. It's okay, but it would have been nice to know ahead of time. Is it just my connection or is my page loading slower? Probably just hasn't propagated fully yet or something. No big deal. Alright, let's...
So also they suck. In addition to everything else, the merchants suck.
Private, you got it. You are beautiful. Just a drop-dead gorgeous hunk of investigating prowess. Did you know that? I mean, yeah. Yeah. These conversations are painful to relive. Thank the stars we never followed through on banning Tim. Together with those clinical trials you found, we have enough to put away Dylan Merchant for a long time. Stay tuned. Who knows, you might hear your name on the news up here soon.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Samantha. Switch to the HAP internet capture before viewing. Pretty soon you'll find out, like I did, that HAP Chelsea is actually MS Samantha, a former employee of Merchantsoft. Working with Amabel, she's attempted to compile evidence that proves that Merchantsoft is guilty of several crimes. one of which is knowledge of the inherent dangers associated with sleep time computing. Whether she found and submitted those files or not, the truth of this allegation is simple. I am responsible for the Y2K mine crash. I'm actually really surprised. I expect him to kind of wiggle out. Attached, you'll find a link to a confession of sorts. Sorry if this letter sounds a bit formal. I've been waiting to write one like it for a while, dreading it actually. However, I'm not scared anymore. It's been eating at me for over 20 years, and I just need peace. I'm not expecting forgiveness from any of you. I know several incredible people that I previously did not. I finally experienced hypnospace and the beauty its citizens brought into the world for myself. I am so sorry. To you, Tim, more than almost anyone. Send this to whoever you need or want to. I'll be waiting. Dylan, sent from my D phone. I'm not. Hang on.
Okay, we're hanging on.
Sorry, I live in the world, the world that we live in, and no, this asshole does not take. They never do that. They absolutely never. I does not have a conscience. I do not believe this. This is fantasy. Wait, half internet, right? Amabel, Samantha, and the rest of the Hypnospace archival project team, I finished my game. Click here to install Outlaw 1.0. Move along the Hypnospace highway until you spot an outlaw, then apprehend them by positioning your vehicle behind them and using your lasso space long enough to apprehend them. You may fly, shift for a limited time, but be careful not to land on other vehicles. I guess. Shift lasso is spacebar. Switch direct and double tap left arrow, right arrow.
Are you seeing the event log?
Am I seeing the what? Yeah, file retrieve. Okay, oh. No, that's the wrong key. Okay. So I'm retrieving the files from the people. Wait, there was somebody. I'm sorry, I'm not saying much. This is just, it's a very, I don't know, I'm having an emotion, and I don't know how to express the emotion. Oh, look, it's the fish. Yeah, and these are the people who passed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I what this um I'm sorry, this is reminding me of there was a friend I had on the internet. Um he would post things on some forums, and I was Facebook friends with him and whatnot, and then he uh well, he
So
passed away,
you
and
passed
a
him.
bunch of his pardon.
You passed him.
Oh, did I pass? Okay.
There he was. Sweetie, turn around.
Turn around. Sorry.
Let me get a little lower down.
Lower.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting a little overwhelmed. I'm not. So a bunch of his other friends saved a bunch of his pages before they were deleted, and it was there he is. Hey, come back here. I see. He says it was all his fault. Yeah. But I don't know the way that archiving this stuff. Gosh, the music's loud. The way archiving this stuff kind of preserves that someone was there. I don't know it. Sorry, I'm just having trouble processing this emotion into a coherent
Yeah.
state. This is why I do video essays. This is why I do stuff after the fact and like compile it, because I really admire your ability to first of all be able to play games and talk at the same time, because that's very difficult, actually,
Downloading 7 files.
and to talk about them like without having to. I like it. We can just scroll through the credits. That's. I've always wanted that. Your ability to talk through the things, not just how you play it, but like your feelings about it in the moment, is something I really admire about you, and I definitely feel my lack of that in this moment. Oh, Kickstarter backers, okay.
Sweetie, you did just fine.
Okay, and I'm sorry. I think I got maybe a little frustrated during the playthrough, and I'm sorry if I was a little snippy. I just I kind of slosh around and I feel there's a certain amount of aimlessness that I was feeling in the last couple sessions of this, and that's on me, right?
No, hey, hold on now. Close this.
What?
You want to look at the new files? Did you miss him
Oh.
saying?
Right. Okay. Oh. Roddy, you might not buy this, but I consider you my best friend. At the end there, my work consumed me and became me. People who weren't helping me build my masterpiece were invisible. Through all of it, you were always willing to come back and put up with my garbage, and God, I wish you hadn't. I'm sorry. Rodney, your family came after us hard after the crash. They disgusted me. They smelled like body odor. Their clothes were stained, stretched out, and dirty. They wore flip-flops. They came all the way to San Francisco to our offices, and we sent them away. I want you to know that if they're still around, I'm going to make it right. I'm sorry. You could have become someone your mother was proud of. I'm sorry, Zane. Tiffany, I took your future away from you. Your little world delighted others. Mine destroyed them. I'm sorry. I hope you're with your wife now, Carl. I'm sorry. But yeah, that that has yeah. I don't know, like it's there's the part of me that, because we live in the world we live in with the billionaires and tech bros that we have.
Yeah.
I do not buy for a second any of them ever apologizing for anything, for any terrible thing they've done or will do. But I guess this as a kind of a fantasy of the powerful feeling shame, feeling guilt. It does have a, honestly, what I'm feeling right now, I think, is more just like, and this is something that a work of fiction can do, a kind of anger and sadness for these people, these fictional people. Even Zane was such a shitty kid, but didn't always need to be a shitty kid. I mean, heck, I was a pretty shitty kid when I was a teenager.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid anybody judge me based on the person that I was at 14.
So, like, the loss of these people that we got to know over the course of the thing, it's a real sadness to it. And there's a kind of catharsis to the guy not getting away with it, to the guy apologizing, he's gonna make it right, and he's being. It's just.
And having the final moment of it be like the thing that he made repurposed as a memorial, so the last emotions are about the victims, not about him.
Yeah, there's something really beautiful in that. There's the part of me that can't buy that can't swallow that, but I still recognize what it's doing, and it did, to some degree, move me. So, and I feel like that. I mean, this is the game, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
you're done, and you can still crawl around the archival project, and as such, you can see all of the pages and everything. But yeah, you're done. How old was Nope Now asks, how old was Dylan in 1999? I think he's in his 20s, right?
Yeah.
Maybe early 20s, because Adrian's the older of the two brothers. All right.
All right, you go to the gas cave whenever you like, sweetheart.
All right. Whoosh. And then I'm closing the stream so we can't hear the Chowder Man anymore.
Well, I hope I did okay. I'm sorry you had to step in more than I think either of us were expecting you to. I got real lost, unfortunately.
It's okay. You got flaily, I guess
Yeah.
is the way I want to put it. You start yeah, and that's usually counterproductive.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
like-
no, I
But it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do, and it's a hard thing to feel aimless or lost in front of people.
yeah,
Like deeply. I don't know how obvious that is to the people in the audience, but it is like deeply terrifying to have people actually be watching you and be like, I just don't know what to do in this moment.
yeah. And so something that happened earlier this week as a kind of gift for you is I played through and recorded myself playing through the Golden Idol game, the first Golden Idol game, and I don't know if you've gotten there yet, but there's a couple times when I was like, I don't know what to do here, and I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm going to stop, and I'll come back when I'm more centered. And I can do that in that format.
Yeah.
I can't do that on the stream. And even though this is, I'm supposed to be driving the stream here, I wouldn't have felt comfortable like closing out of it and doing something else, playing Marvel Puzzle Quest or whatever. So
Yeah.
it and
that
also,
that again
I
is a
do wanna-
reference to a joke that nobody gets.
I'm nothing if not consistent.
Yeah, to explain that a little bit, Amabel thought it would be very funny. We tried to film a video, like a check it out style video, the last time I got into Marvel Puzzle Quest, where I just explained, what's cool about Marvel Puzzle Quest, and it didn't really work out. But after that point, every time I got frustrated by something, Amabel was like, what'd be really funny is if halfway through the video you just closed the game you were playing and started playing Marvel Puzzle Quest instead. And it became sort of a runner. And at this point I haven't played Marvel Puzzle Quest in months. But still. She brings it up.
I think it was specifically during Rain World.
Yeah, during Rain World.
Because I think it's not just that would be funny, because that is inherently funny. But it'd be funny to do that with Rain World.
Because some of the Rain World fans are a little weird and kind of obsessive and off-putting. Not all of them. Rain World's, there's
Not all of them.
plenty of good fans.
I mean, I think on the whole, the people, especially the people in your chat, but the people watching your stuff, especially episode after episode of a series, I think they're really swell people, and they seem really kind and supportive. And there are a few that aren't, but I don't know. They there was a couple of people in the Blueprints comments who were maybe a little critical of our how much we were enjoying or not enjoying the experience, which is a weird thing to be critical of, I think. And they started being nice.
Okay.
More or less. So I
wonder if they'll turn around on us when we get to the episodes where we're talking trash about them.
Yeah, well, the problem is that we recorded, I don't know, like 40 episodes of Blueprints,
Yeah.
and we're done. I mean, at this point, we are done with the game.
Yes. Yeah.
We did not get to the end of the game. We are done with it.
Yeah. We
But
tapped. I got to the point where I was no longer interested in continuing.
but only like 14 or 15 are up, right? So we're
Yeah.
talking about
I think 16. I think 16 episodes are up now. And yeah, there are 40-ish in total. So it'll be a while.
So we're talking about like 12 more weeks before those episodes are all done.
Fake Alex Blue
So,
says, I mean, you got to an end of the game. I would say we got to multiple ends of the game, actually, by the time we finished.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's one of those like sort of animal well or witness style things where like there's, I tend to think of these in like layers. We beat a couple of layers, and there was at least one more layer left to go, and that we had not yet opened really, and we were like, yeah, actually, that's fine. That can be there.
Yeah,
and I still don't know what's in there. Like this is the thing I was trying to express to you in the last episode the last episode we did together that I didn't really get across. It's like, for me, it's not just that it's a different experience getting it myself than it is from looking it up is. It's that I don't like, if I'm not going to get it myself, I don't care enough to look it up either. So I actually still don't know what's in there.
See, I did look it up after, and I won't tell you if you don't want to know, but like it is really frustrating.
I mean, I don't, whatever, I don't care. We certainly can't talk about it now.
Yeah. You want to know what frustrated me a little bit? Was so you mentioned that review of my game that went up earlier in the stream.
Sure.
And during that, they compared it to Blueprints.
Well, they're sort of comparing it to a broad swath of puzzle games, and Blueprints is one of them, but also other stuff.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I've been thinking about this a lot because often my games are kind of annoying and difficult to play on purpose.
Yeah.
And that's I don't feel like that's a problem. But it's a problem for me with Blueprints. I think because the ways it is annoying seems to just like get in the way of the stuff I want to do, that I'm interested in, the stuff that's like a little bit compelling, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fake Alex Blue says, I have put down books for that. So it turns out sometimes I just didn't need to finish reading. Yeah, that's like sometimes you're done with a piece of art. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can be done with it before it's done with you, or whatever, vice versa, whatever it is.
Yeah, and that's, see, for me, I do, like, if I decided I'm done with a thing, I'm still going to try to find out, like, whatever plot mysteries are still, around.
Yeah, the playing it is the thing to such a degree that I just, like, if it's not compelling enough to me to play it, why would I even? It's out of my brain at that point. Cat of Nine Tails says, my interest vanished completely when it turned out the rebels were royalists. Yo.
Yeah.
100% agreed.
You and I engage like with movies very differently because you avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
And you want to see the movie unspoiled.
The experience I want to have of the thing is me having the experience of the thing, right?
Right. And I get that to a degree, but often, like, especially with much older movies, I will like read what the plot is before I watch it, so that I'm better able to put the moments in context and pay it more attention. And people treat that as like a really weird way to engage with an art, but like for me, like having that basic structure it orients me with it, and it allows me to engage with more of the art at once, because
Mhm.
otherwise I miss a lot. Because I'm not. I mean, frankly, I'm not as observant as you. I don't process information as quickly or as much as you do, right? So I think that's interesting. I think the fact that our brains work very differently is really interesting.
I agree. It's
Thank you for
fascinating to
putting
me
up
to
with my
watch
brain.
you engage with stuff, and yeah.
Watch me flail around.
So like
Yeah.
my thing to be clear is like I have seen people make the argument that actually you have a better experience with something if you go into it with more context. You have a fuller, more rich experience with it if you go into it with more context. And I don't even disagree with that. It's just you can have that experience any number of times. The specific experience that you have with something when you don't know about it, the kinds of suspense and emotional paths you can walk when you don't yet know what will happen, is a thing you can only do the one time. So I do want to get it. And like
Right.
something like let's say Fury Road, right? I've seen Mad Max Fury
Yeah.
Road 15 times. And I do think I probably have a better time with it now than I did on the first watch, but the experience I had on the first watch was something really cool that I would certainly not trade. Right? And part of that is
Yeah.
based on the uncertainty of what will happen.
Yeah. There's
I just
certainly a
want it
way
all.
in
I'm
which-
just greedy. That's all it is.
Yeah. I want you to have it all. You know. And Fake Alex Blue says, if a painting needs cliff notes, I think either it's not a very good painting or like I'm not its audience, and that's valid. And certainly there's a thing to be said about art that where almost all the meaning comes from like the artist's statement, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I'm a little dubious of, but there are pieces of art that have they exist. I mean, every piece of art exists in a context, right? It's a story of the person who made it, the time it was made in, the culture it was made in, and what it's responding to. And so
And
for me, that context,
other things about the exigency of it. Like I think a really good example is the very famous Goya painting, the Saturn consuming his son.
yeah,
Like you look at that painting and you have a certain emotional experience with it. It's very unpleasant to look at, but probably people are familiar. But what I didn't know about it until a few months ago is that it's not a painting that he made for the purpose of being shared. It's not like something that was put in a gallery or something. It was found in his home after he died. It's just like an entire, like he had painted all of these scenes on the interiors of the walls of his home, and many of them are very like dark and torturous, and he had just, apparently for no reason other than for him to live with it, he had created this horrifying scene that is untitled. The title that we give it, Saturn devouring his son, is a contextual guess. It was not titled on the wall. And I think that's you have a very different experience with that piece of art, knowing that information.
right, yeah. And for me, that information, that context, is what's really fascinating. A lot of my work in board games, both publishing and trying to research them, is trying to put them into that context because it can be very rich. Nope Not says, how do we feel about operas where you're supposed to read through the whole plot before watching it, which is most operas. And like the thing about opera,
Can I go first?
Oh boy, what are you gonna say to upset me?
I'm just gonna go first because mine's really easy. I can tell you, I have no thoughts or feelings about operas. My well of ignorance here is deep enough.
So the thing about opera is that it is like very much like music as emotion. Operas do not really have complex ideas in them. They are not about like really compelling storytelling. they are about like emotional expression and a virtuosic display of artistry.
Like, I literally did
Right.
not even know that.
Yeah, like same as like a ballet. Can tell a story, but often you kind of know the story going into the ballet because it's not primarily like a narrative form, or the narrative is expressed, through dance,
Yeah.
and it's about that expression of dance, the aesthetic experience. And really, if you think
I don't
about
know.
it,
As a long time
Okay.
dance nerd, I do feel like Black Swan's more obvious. The part where the girl literally turns into a swan on stage. It's pretty easy to follow.
Sure, yeah, uh, but the plots are usually
That's a
pretty simple,
hilarious joke
right?
about the film Black Swan. In case it was not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, I got it. It was a good job. Um, if you look at like classical Greek tragedy, um, most people knew those stories going in. The same was true of a lot of the stories that Shakespeare plays, Shakespeare's tragedy, Shakespeare's histories. That was information people had. They
Mhm.
had that context, and then going in, and then just what was done with it, how it expressed itself, and the character work, the particular words is the thing.
Mhm.
And so I think there is value in like knowing the story before you go into the thing, as far as being like
Yeah.
a way to get all the plot and surprise out of the way, and then maybe there is a plot twist. Maybe there is something that is a surprise, and then it's really surprising. Like the movie Inglorious Bastards. The first time I saw it, I did not expect um, Hitler to be machine gunned to death.
Yeah, for them to kill Hitler.
Because that's not the story I was familiar with. And that creates like a real visceral, cathartic surprise, right? And so I think this is something that opera it's kind of an old fuddy-duddy form, right, at this point, but it I think a lot of the power of opera in its original context, a lot of those is the story, and you're just kind of there for the vibes, for the emotion, for the music. And yeah, that's what I think. That seems like I talked a long time. You talk now, please. Someone else talk. Hey, is it? We're in the post stream.
We're in the post
What did you enjoy
stream.
this week?
Do you want to go first?
Sure. I played Case of the Golden Idol, the video game. I'd recommend that. It was fun.
Sure. Viewers of the channel may be aware of the Golden Idol
Maybe
video
familiar.
games.
You and I played one of the expansions to the sequel.
Yeah.
And it was pretty. It was all right. I think I liked it more than you did, but I wasn't like really familiar with like the baseline. Having not become familiar with the baseline, I do think that the original is really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and particularly a lot of the stuff that it does near the end, and the way it kind of brings threads through from the whole thing. It's a very cool package.
I enjoyed the heck out of it, and yeah, that's what I've been doing wood bits all week, so that's what I'm gonna.
To be clear, that was wood bits, not whippets. You don't always.
The first person to just hear that.
You don't always enunciate the most clearly, and I know that for me to say that right now is a little silly, but. Robin Bendis says, "I've been playing this awesome game called Blueprints. I think everyone else will love it as much as me, and will be filled with rage when presented with evidence to the contrary. Sounds fascinating. Tell us more."
Robin, you are the light.
Boss Van Nuren Hollander says Monster Train 2 is pretty good if you're into the roguelike deck builder kind of auto battler thing. I've played a little bit of Monster Train 2. I thought Monster Train 1 was fine. And I do think Monster Train 2 is better than fine. So that's where I'll put my stake on that. Der Spider-Man's enjoying Darktide, which is cool. Darktide is cool. Boss Finder and Hollander says, I keep wanting to recommend Claire Obscure to people, but going to Y would basically taint the first experience. Hint, hint, I do think the two of you would enjoy it a bunch. You know, I have played through RPGs of this sort from time to time in my life. I don't know about Claire Obscure. I might be past like the JRPG threshold to some extent. I don't know. Maybe. I know it's more of an FRPG, but Fake Alex Blue says I like Beholder Conductor. Is that a Beholder like the surveillance games? Oh yeah. I played like the very first Beholder game. And I did think it was pretty compelling. Beholder Conductor it's got a very compelling graphical style. This is neat. Cat of Nine Tails clarifies on the topic of Claire Obscure, it's a JRPG, the J apostrophe RPG, which is a very funny French joke. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been kind of in the dumps this last week. The state of the world is being real hard on me. What I will say, media-wise is, first of all, I'm going to one more time paste the link to that. Shut up and sit down.
Oh, no.
Do remember when the stream's over, check this out if you haven't seen it yet. The other thing I will say is I rewatched a couple of old, not old. I watched a few CJ the X video essays. You know, rewatched a couple and also watched the new one, which I had not seen yet. And for those of you who are not familiar, let's decavify here real quick. Whoosh. CJ the X. Definitely one of my favorite video essayists. Top 5 for sure. Very energetic. Is a very they have a very fucking fast and impactful style, I guess is what I would say. Some of these are really, really brilliant and beautiful though. The Kiki's Delivery Service one, I like really got under my skin. I'm still sort of chewing that over. The one about the Folgers Coffee Christmas Incest commercial is fantastic. I saw 6 Shapes of God on a lot of like best things of the year list last year. This is a video that I know got a lot of attention. Yeah, I would absolutely recommend to anyone. CJ the X, their shit is fantastic. Also, they make music. The music's all right. It's pretty good, I would say. Not necessarily 100% my thing, but yeah. The other thing I will bring up here, I had it on screen and then I lost it because I looked up Beholder. They announced a new Luminous, which is fucked.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad. And it made me realize, looking at my Steam library, Luminous is on sale for 70% off right now. It is $4.50. If you like abstract puzzle games at all, and you are not familiar with Luminous, I would strongly recommend acquiring it at the price of $4.49. It's a very good it's a good abstract puzzler in the sense of like kind of a Tetris-y, although it's a little bit more what do you call it, Puyo than Tetris, but in particular the thing about this game that's really that really makes it special is the way it like integrates with the music. It is a very musical sort of thing. This was designed by Tetsuya Mizuguchi, who was the lead designer on Rez and Tetris Effect. If that gives you a better sense of what I mean by integrates with the music. Yeah, Luminous is fucking great, and also I did not realize that Rez was the. I'm gonna buy Rez.
I have a question for
Yeah,
you. Because what you said was they made a new Luminous. That's fucked.
they announced.
Announced. Okay. What? Can you explain? Because usually you say that's fucked. It's a bad thing.
Yeah, no,
Or what the hell?
fucked is very context dependent with me. It's like
Right.
if an Australian person says to you, yeah, nah, yeah, like you need to kind of already know what they're saying to know what they're saying, right? So in this sense, fucked was like that's a wild thing to happen. That's so weird that we're gonna get another Luminous now.
Why is that? Because all they do is remake games. You were just complaining about this the other day.
But that's specifically it's not a remake.
Well, yeah.
The argument you're making here doesn't even apply.
Okay.
Baby.
You saw some sequels to things, and you were like, "Make new games."
I did.
You were very grouchy this week. It was delightful.
I did. I shouted at the fucking what was it called? I don't remember what the name of the thing is.
State of Play.
We watched. No, it wasn't State of Play. It was the other one. It was before the State of Play.
Okay.
Key 3, whatever the real name of Key 3 is. I didn't watch it because I can't stand fucking Jeff Keighley's stupid face. But we did watch, a compilation of trailers afterward. And I got very mad at some things.
It was really delightful.
Sorry for all the Jeff Keighley fans out there. Or Jeff, if you're in the chat, my apologies. Just
You
do a
should give us
better,
fucking money.
just do a better job, and also help. He's got enthusiasm. You got to give him that.
I didn't
even
know
if
who
it
he
is
was until the other
fake.
day, when people were complaining about him. So that's.
Nope, Nah says CJ the X sends me into an existential crisis every time. Yeah, their stuff will do that. It is deep and it hits deep. CJ is not interested in fucking around. They're not interested in talking about a thing to be like, hey, look at the fucking superficial qualities of this movie or whatever. They're going to talk directly to your soul. Anyway, people are jumping on Keighley in the chat without even necessarily knowing who he is. I support it. I'm not saying Jeff Keighley is like a bad thing for games as a whole. I think that would be putting way too much weight on his shoulders. He is a symptom of a problem. Anyway, my allergy stuff is a little better, but it's it's starting to get a little worse. So I think we should end the stream. Hey, Amabel.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy Hypnospace? Do you have any more closing thoughts about Hypnospace before we get out here?
I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it as the kind of weird experience that it is and the kind of game that it is. I also recognize that for someone who flounders when overwhelmed, who flails about like I do, it was maybe not the most ideal thing for me to play myself, and would have been something that I probably would have enjoyed more watching someone play. But I was happy to experience it in either way, And for me, a lot of these kind of games,
Mm-hmm.
like for me, watching someone play it is enough of an experience. Where I think for you, is a very different thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's one of the many ways in which we're a little bit different. and I like that. I like that we're different and we're allowed to be. Because let me tell you, sweetheart, there was in the before times, if I had a different opinion on an art or a different experience of an art than the person I was living with, it was a problem, and it is never a problem when I am with you. And I love that very much. It makes me feel very loved and very respected for who I am, and I really adore that. Just like sometimes there are things I think are very funny, and you're like, I don't understand this at all, right? And there are things that you think are very funny, like those three brother men. I.
Why
But
did this? Why did
I
this
like
have
the-
to
I like
turn
the-
into putting me specifically on blast?
But but I'm saying I appreciate that we like different things, and we're able, like, I love the ways that we overlap and the ways that we don't, and gosh, I love you. Gosh, I love you a lot, and I think you're terrific.
I love you too, sweetie. Even when you do get into some media that I just can't understand because it's so stupid. Like, let me list off some specific examples here. Cruelty.
I didn't say their names.
The cruelty. All right, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a good rest of your weekend. Come back later for more stuff next weekend. Something new, something else. I don't even know what yet. So come back to resolve that suspense. And we'll see you then.